Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today. It's Tuesday morning. It's February 16th, 2021. I'm the man they call Meathead. Apologies for no show yesterday morning due to technical difficulties. We had Tampa Bay Lightning in town, and they zapped me, and we had a bit of a little static electricity. I told you, I was not joking with you guys how cold it is. That makes the air real dry. I think I zapped my mic, so we're on a new microphone tonight. So this morning, excuse me, we are ready to go. Bringing in Linda Kay. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Meathead. You know what else it is today?
Well, today's the 16th. It's the day after President's Day.
And Fat
Pitchers
Tuesday.
and catchers?
No, Fat Tuesday.
Oh, and I was thinking about pitchers and catchers.
Oh, no, Fat Tuesday. I mean, looking outside, there's a lot of snow out there, so it's not exactly New Orleans feel up here, but It's also, of course, in Wisconsin, we got to celebrate our Poochkies.
Poochki
Day. So what's your favorite flavor?
Honestly, I don't do them as often as I probably should. I know that I'm very proud Polish, but I don't.
I like the blueberry filling. Does everybody know what a poochki is, or is that just a Wisconsin primarily?
No, it's everybody. But I mean, I while I'm a practicing Polak, I don't delve too deep into it, to be honest with you. That's not something that came up in my family. Now I'm split like 50-50, one half Polish, one half German, south side of Milwaukee. That's how it goes. But really, I got the food mostly came from the German side.
Very nice. Well, just wanted to bring up, because we tend to land on holidays
of course
a lot when we record on here. So I'm always in a celebratory mood.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, no, it's for me, I just found in the grocery store a 1 pound pretzel from Milwaukee Bavarian Pretzel Company. Have you seen these in the grocery store? It's like a little huge pizza box, and it's an oven pretzel. I can't wait to crack that thing open. My kids think they're sharing it with me. Yeah. They're not going to share that with me. But let's talk about wrestling. Now, we didn't have the show yesterday morning. Again, let's talk about what's going on in the week. We had the big show that happened on Sunday night. It was Vengeance Day. And before Vengeance Day got started, I want to talk about a man who I really thought he was one of the, I wouldn't say hottest free agents, but I thought he was one of the biggest names out there that wasn't with, say, the major two companies right now. And that was a gentleman that showed up on Sunday, and his name now is L.A. Knight. Yeah, dummy. Yeah, let me talk at you. Yeah. Your thoughts on the name? I don't particularly like it, but I love the performer, and I think he's got a future, bright future.
Yeah, I mean, the way he came in, interrupting the broadcasters and just showing that charisma.
He told him to get out of here with his prepubescent
yes.
voice.
Okay, and a little bit of comedy in there as well, but definitely his charisma, his personality, just that continued, I'll say it again, charisma that he had over an Impact and NWA. So as far as the name, I think it has a ring to it. I know you personally don't like LA Knight, but he did mention during that promo on Sunday something about, well, this is LA, although it was Florida, but he said something like, this is LA Knight. I think it works to the character. He is apparently going to be portraying this cocky Hollywood LA kind of man. Yep. So yeah, I think it works.
Okay. I particularly don't like it because I think LA, and I think sports ball, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, anything. I think LA, and I think a sports team. Knights are the Las Vegas Knights in the NHL. So when I hear LA Knight, I think sports team, and it just doesn't work for me. But that will not slow this guy down, and it will not slow me down from just pulling for him. Again, I thought that this is a guy really that should be up here. Now, the background story that hasn't been out there and hasn't been really told a lot was he was in WWE. He was in NXT for a bit. And do you know why he didn't make it there?
Do tell.
He didn't show up on time. He was late. And he blew off. And he just blew his opportunity. In the interviews that he had post to NXT before he got to Impact, he had said, you know what? I called Triple H, and Triple H says, dude, you got to be on time. This is very serious business. And, maybe to not, now is not the right time. He goes, maybe someday there'll be a time again where we can work together again. And he's just been kicking himself the whole time. He is now back, and I guarantee you he will not let this opportunity go by the wayside.
No, I'm sure he will not. But wow, that's quite a story. And just keep working hard, and now he's back.
Yeah, he's got to work double hard to get the same thing he could have had, years ago. Honestly, when I first saw him in Impact, he reminded me of Alex Riley. They had kind of a similar look there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe it wouldn't have worked. Maybe Alex Riley would have never been up there with The Miz, as far as the main events on Raw, hanging around with Miz all that time.
Uh-huh.
But I really thought he had a good look. And I'm so glad. The blue glasses throw me off a little bit, but I think they still work with what he does. I'm telling you, L.A. Knight. Yeah. If he starts calling people dummies, I will lose my stuff. Hey, dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Sorry. I'm excited. I'm excited to have him with NXT. I don't know where he's going. He threatened, I guess would be a good word to use. Anybody that's holding a gold, that he's coming for you.
For sure.
Okay. So NXT Vengeance Day, it was a short pay-per-view, and it was packed with wrestling, tons and tons of wrestling. Let's run down some of the matches, and then we're not going to go down all of them because we're going to do some Raw this morning as well. But the big ones, Johnny Gargano defends against Kushida and retains the North American Championship.
Yeah, it was a great, long, grueling match between the two of them. We knew it would be a good one. I loved the lead up to this match, the whole bit last week on NXT with the supposed broken arm or shoulder or whatever it was.
You mean the R in there where he had the cast on the L and it said R on the picture? It stands for right. It's
real.
Broken.
Or right. Or yes, exactly. But, they did have a great match. I loved how Kushida kept working on that arm on Gargano and the ramp. That new ramp that got a couple good spots during the pay-per-view, and toward the end we got one final beat on the ramp and then one more in the ring, and Gargano retains as the North American champ.
Yeah, we skipped over it at the beginning, and I apologize. We had a run sheet, Linda, but I goofed on that. Let's talk about the opening match, which was the finals of the first ever women's Dusty Road Tag Team Classic.
Mm-hmm.
The winners and new champions. It's not Candice LeRae. It's not Indy Hartwell. It is. I had it in front of me, and I just failed you. Do you have your notes in front of you?
Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai.
Oh, my God. I had it listed on here, and I think I accidentally closed it out.
No worries.
Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez looking super strong. I thought this was a great match all around.
Yeah, great action in and outside of the ring. Ton of near falls, and they really, really highlighted how great Raquel Gonzalez is. I mean, it took a lot to keep her down, and they said it numerous times. And just like last week when we talked about predictions for Vengeance Day, I predicted that Raquel and Dakota would win simply because I want to see Raquel more on the mic. I've seen her speak off camera, and just she does to me have it in her, and I hope this is a platform to get the mic more in front of her, get her in front of the TV or camera, a little bit more, and just somehow step away a little bit from her and Dakota, or her being
kind of a sideshow.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm happy that they won, and we'll see when they should get their chance for the women's tag titles. That's huge.
Absolutely. Which could be on Raw or SmackDown or NXT or on a pay-per-view. Who knows? Because there's only one women's tag team championship, and that goes all over the shows, all 3 brands. So let's talk about the men's. MSK and the Grizzled Young Veterans. MSK, the young team that was formerly in Impact as the Rascals, are the new Dusty Cup champions.
Yeah, great to see their display of all the high-flying high spots, because at NXT, I don't feel a lot of the tag teams really have that high-risk reputation. They're more of the hard-hitting
strikers. Yeah,
grapplers. Submission grapplers. Yeah. So that was great to see, because their style very different from Grizzled Young Veterans. I thought they did great as well, though. I thought they were gonna come through this year in the Dusty Classic, but we got MSK, the new kids on the block.
Yeah.
Yes, they're working.
It looks real good.
Coming through and winning the Dusty Classic. That was
it was fantastic.
Pretty cool moment for them.
Hey, not that there was a bad match on the card, but at the match I would probably want to talk about the most was the triple threat for the women's championship with Io Shirai retaining her championship. I have a problem with a couple spots. Io Shirai was climbing the girders, the rafters, whatever it is, and as they were about to do a spot on the table literally collapsed. She touched it with her hand, and it just imploded.
Yeah.
So it was gimmicks, but gimmick too well. Wade Barrett, what did he say on commentary to cover?
He said in a previous match, he's like, I felt the table already shaking or loosening or
Buckling.
something.
I think it was
buckling, something like that. So it was kind of interesting to hear how they would kind of cover that up, because when it happened, all their faces were just like.
The girls recovered well. I was very proud of that.
They did a great job in that, because we didn't even know that Io Shirai was already climbing up the thing there. So they had to call an audible, and it worked out really well.
That's okay. I thought they covered real well. And then the finish was clunky at best. So the referee wouldn't count right away, because little did we know, off camera up and to the right was Io Shirai going to come off the top rope. I thought it was clunky. Ruined a pretty good match, but it was still a good match. The main event is what I really care to talk about. We've got a couple things. One, Finn Balor defends and retains against the bruiserweight Pete Dunne, as Pete Dunne either cripples his fingers or breaks them or relocates them or separates them or whatever he does to them. But Finn Balor wins with the coup de grace at the end. However, after the beatdown with Lorcan and Birch, here comes the Undisputed Era, allegedly to help Finn Balor get up. Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor have had this mutual respect going on for a few weeks now. After they start the lineup, as the UE, there's no Bobby Fish out there. Adam Cole, super kick to Finn Balor in the glass jaw, down. Kyle O'Reilly goes, what the hell's wrong? A super kick to Kyle O'Reilly in the jaw. And didn't he break a jaw as well? So, and then Roderick Strong looked like the kid that was playing in a ball pit, but your parents want to go home. Let's go. I said we're leaving. And Roderick Strong didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Your thought?
Yeah. It was quite a shocker to me, just because we've been teased the possibility of Finn Balor maybe being a part of Undisputed Era. I mean, he doesn't need to be with them. He's definitely
he's good on his own. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But maybe there could be some type of relationship, some type of partnership, if you will. They had that moment at the pay-per-view where they were all standing together. I was like, yes, I love it, because I think the look of all four of them, I know Bobby Fish wasn't there, but these four definitely looked great. They looked like a great team. Your mind kind of starts whirling, thinking of some other ideas that they could do with this alliance. And then all of a sudden, Adam Cole, baby, super kicks the champion. And I'm like, oh, my heart was broken, because it was Vengeance Day. There was the heartbreak right there. And then, of course, kicking Kyle O'Reilly, who I love as well. So that was a really shocking of an ending. But
and after the show went off the air, there's some exclusive footage that just came around last night. Kyle O'Reilly damn near broke down and cried in the middle of the ring. Because he was upset on how things went. So again, his parents are fighting, there's fighting in the family, and now he's left in the ring by himself with his new friend. So
pretty much. But we'll see what happens. I mean, with Adam Cole, he is a great heel as well.
Yes.
This due to UE, we shall see.
Okay, let's talk Raw from last night. Big story to come out of Raw. We're going to skip ahead here to a segment. Lacey Evans comes down with her tag team partner, Peyton Royce. They've got Ric Flair in tow. She says that, thank you, Charlotte, for getting yourself disqualified last week, because I've got now what I've always wanted, and it's a title shot against Asuka. During the match, she backs off of Charlotte, comes back, grabs the microphone again, and says, I'm pregnant. This is apparently a legitimate pregnancy for the TV show. This will be Ric Flair's baby. Woo! Your thoughts on, one, Lacey Evans not saying something at the beginning or changing it, afterwards. Two, if she's really pregnant, should she even work this Sunday at the pay-per-view at all? Will they replace her? And three, how does it affect Team Long Time?
Oh, it's a lot thrown at me right there. First of all, I was happy that she was getting a title shot this Sunday at Elimination Chamber, because she is on Team Long Time. But all of a sudden, she announces that she's pregnant during the match. Okay. The WWE or WWF back in the day, I would believe this being kayfabe, like, okay,
Right.
we're gonna run through with this. It's Ric Flair's child. Woo! But now
Do you think not that I want people to think about it, but when he's done, does he give a woo? Does it woo, woo, woo?
Yeah,
is
woo,
he
woo.
done?
The slapping the arms there. Woo, woo, woo. But the WWE of now, I don't believe they would run along that kind of storyline where you would fake a pregnancy. Just don't see it being the MO in WWE of now. So I didn't necessarily hear anything about her being pregnant in real life, but I don't know if you came across anything like that, because if she is, I mean, congratulations. That's awesome.
Yes. This would be your second with her partner as well. So they already have somebody named Summer.
A girl, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm assuming unplanned. I mean, or who, I don't know. I can't speak for her, but it's just like she's getting this push again. Like she started off strong when they brought her onto the main roster, and and then she's been kind of the back burner, but getting a big storyline again, getting ample TV time. This whole thing with Ric Flair and Charlotte. I mean, I was thinking this could go a lot longer past Elimination Chamber, but I
went long enough for Rick. He was done.
Yeah. So if this is real, then hey, good for her. And I guess this is quick audible again, right before the pay-per-view. Who will replace her in the title match against Asuka? Are we going to get a early Charlotte Asuka kind of thing again, or what's going on? I don't know.
Oh no. But you say audible for the pay-per-view this Sunday, Elimination Chamber. There was a second audible. Again, The Miz took himself out of the pay-per-view. Now, this would progress throughout the night. He would have a match with Kofi Kingston because they needed to have former WWE champions in the match. Kofi beats The Miz, therefore is now in the Elimination Chamber match for this Sunday against Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Sheamus. Wow.
Yeah, I know they mentioned Kofi Mania Part 2, or referenced it a couple times. But a bit surprising. I mean, considering, Miz was already in the match, and we already got Drew McIntyre, the actual champion, in the match too, but I didn't realize, being Mr. Money in the Bank, that you can just pull yourself out of it. I would think
I didn't know that you could pull yourself out of matches at all.
Yeah, I would think if anybody of that group, Drew McIntyre would be the one being WWE champion, that he would have that liberty. I mean, look at Roman Reigns. He's not even in theirs.
Right. But I did want to mention, and I intentionally left one name out of that match, Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss, who returned last night on Raw. The word satanic will come out on the internet. I don't believe it was. But boy, you want to talk about satanic adjacent? Yeah. Yeah. It was right there. I mean, there was 5 points and there was candles. And Alexa had those contacts in her eyes. And then in the gauntlet match, to see who's going to be the person who comes in last in the gauntlet, or in the Elimination Chamber, during Randy's match, she showed up on every Thunderdome screen. That was pretty cool. And it caused Randy a count out to get him out of the match. I knew that I don't think Randy's a serious contender to win the belt on Sunday, right? But they got to make him still adjacent to the title picture. So taking him out like that I thought it was perfect.
Right. I just want to go back to that Firefly Funhouse promo. The star that she was in, it was not upside down. So maybe that's where you can sway a bit from.
Well, me personally, when I shout at the devil, the point goes down.
Down at the devil!
Mm-hmm.
So, but I loved it. Every promo through this that she's been doing has been tremendous. I love horror movies, so it's just fitting right into my realm. Seeing that, I thought it was really cool. Yeah. A little edgy, if you will, for Monday Night Raw as of late. So that was cool to see, and I kind of figured she would reappear again later in that gauntlet match to interfere with Randy Orton getting counted out, and now out of being a final. Wait, let me rephrase that. Out of being the final person in the Elimination Chamber match. Entrance. Yes. Okay.
Hey, so if Miz wanted to competed all night, I was thinking this throughout the night. If Miz wanted to competed, wow, you make Drew go through the entire gauntlet, Miz could cash in tonight.
I
You know, because if he goes through the 5 people, that could have been where Miz cashed in and it says, you know what, now I don't have to wrestle at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have worked too. The way the match was going, I kind of figured it would be Sheamus and Drew in the end.
Yes, and Sheamus was going to get the pinfall victory. That had to happen.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, since Sheamus sees it and, you know, maybe others too, that kind of got screwed out of his championship title matches against Drew McIntyre instead of getting one-on-one match, he's now going to having to compete against many others in the chamber. You know, this kind of helps him out a bit there, being the last entrant.
So honestly, this Sunday, I see it going this way. I see Drew coming out at a pay-per-view, still champion. And I see Sheamus probably getting a rematch at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that could work. Or maybe what Matthew Damas predicted. Maybe Sheamus goes over and this
and then
way
I win it back at WrestleMania.
That moment that he, you know, didn't get last year at WrestleMania with the crowd. So, yeah. But all in all, I was pretty entertained with Raw. I know, again, a lot of the guys wrestling again and are showing up again. But it all linked together. It helped progress more. And, you know, it was a great go-home show.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. And we didn't touch on every match or every segment. There is a new 24/7 champion, and it's Bad Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah, he needs to honestly have that belt till Saturday. And R-Truth needs to win it on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I was thinking, wait, you mean Sunday? But yeah. Yes.
No, Saturday Night Live. He wins it live on NBC.
That would be tremendous.
Because they're going to talk about Universal taking over the WWE network. It's all synergy.
That's a good point. You know, one thing I do want to bring up quickly is after the pay-per-view was that day of Royal Rumble episode of the documentary, and they focused a lot on Bad Bunny on there. And I just thought to myself, you know, he already said that he's been a lifelong fan.
Yeah.
Perhaps he does want to wrestle. I'm like, is this just another way in versus just possibly getting a match at WrestleMania? They're definitely putting a lot of time into him.
Lots of time.
Yeah. I mean, he's still got a great music career that I think he doesn't necessarily need to step away from. But I mean, if you're getting this opportunity with something else that you love.
They're not touring. So, I mean, you know, he's got time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm surprised how much time they're giving him. And now he's a 24/7 champ. So, but
like I said, I think he holds it till Saturday.
If we get our truth on SNL, I will pop hard.
Right. Exactly. That's because if you didn't hear it, he yelled, "Damn you, Bad Bunny," and tell Lauren Michaels to start taking my calls.
Yes.
See? The little subtle notes in there. I'm telling you, he drops it on Saturday Night Live. You know, Vince has always been, you know, best friends. Well, the relationship didn't start off great because remember WWF was taking over Saturday Night Live. They had wrestling instead of Saturday Night Live. So, but the relationship's been solid since. That's why the deal went to Peacock. That's why they've been on USA forever. That's why Tribute to the Troops has always been NBC or Saturday Night's Main Event and all that. I mean, they've had a working relationship, WWE and NBC.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, that was a quick and fast 23 minutes. Can you believe it went that long? And you can hear us too. Isn't it great?
Yeah. And we didn't even get to the sponsors yet.
Well, I mean, manscaped.com is making sure your junk is clean. You know, there was a show on right after Raw last night, and it was Steve Austin, and he was interviewing Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve-O said he's been saving his shaved pubes, and they're all gray now. I'm assuming he's manscaping, but ew! Said he was going to make a Sasquatch suit. Ugh.
There you go.
Well, manscaped.com, promo code PWR, save you 20% and free shipping. And then collarandelbowbrand.com as well, making sure that you're getting all your street fashion, supporting your local wrestler, our pal Cal, and everybody else at collarandelbowbrand.com. PWR 360 saves you 10%. So for Linda Kay, I'm the man they call Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.